If you want to see love stories from Great Britain, you should definitely watch our picks for the best classic British romance movies.
Now what in the world in this garden could make that ordeal worthwhile?
Number 10. A Room with a View, directed by James Ivory. While not exactly redesigning the table, this romantic period drama explores the nature of relationships through bringing strong and heartfelt cards to it. Set during the Edwardian era of England, we follow Lucy, a young and beautiful British lady, who is stuck in a dilemma. Marry the safe but boring Cecil, or fall with the unpredictable storm she met.
I can't think.
Answer me, Lucia. What would have happened if I had not appeared?
You did appear.
Number 9.
Can a lady of wealth and noble marriage love happily with a bankside poet and player?
Yes, by God.
Shakespeare in Love is a 1998 romantic period comedy drama film directed by John Madden. William Shakespeare had a terrible writer's block and neglected to write for a very long time. Out of ideas and short of cash, he meets his ideal woman, Viola. As William and Viola's romance grows in intensity and spirals towards its inevitable result, their love inspires him to write one of his most famous plays.
Love knows nothing of rank or riverbank. It will spark between a queen and the poor vagabond who plays the king. And their love should be minded by each, for love denied blights the soul we owe to God. So tell my lady William Shakespeare waits for her in the garden.
Number 8.
I am a complete moron. I apologize. This is very weird. It's the sort of thing that happens in dreams, not in real life.
Notting Hill is a 1999 romantic comedy film directed by Roger Mitchell. William Thacker is an unsuccessful bookstore owner with a non-existent love life. One day, his wildest dreams come true when he meets Anna Scott, the most beautiful and famous actress in the world. When the two get to know each other, sparks fly and they start falling in love with each other. However, William soon realizes that being in love with a successful woman is not as easy as he initially thought.
It's a dream, in fact, to see you again.
What happens next in the dream?
Number 7.
My cousin meets Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he's returned, and as pleasant as ever he was.
Much Ado About Nothing is a romantic comedy film directed by Kenneth Branagh. This affecting Shakespeare farce follows an unusual couple that teams up to hatch a matchmaking scheme. But solving the mission may be hard regarding their corresponding distaste and hate for one another, which are good outlooks to ruin a few plans and relationships.
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord. It will hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught than the pestilence, and the taker runs presently mad. Oh, God help the noble Claudio. If he have caught the Benedict, it will cost him £1,000 ere he be cured.
Number 6. Shadowlands, directed by Richard Attenborough. This portrait of the famous creator of the Chronicles of Narnia, C.S. Lewis, explores the heartrending love story between him and American poet Joy Davidman. Set against the backdrop of Oxford University, their relationship defies conventional norms and provides a moving portrayal of love's transformative power. But when fate strikes, the two form a bond that will outlive them both.
Mr. Lewis, I have to stop calling you Mr. Lewis. It makes me feel like a kid. Can I call you Jack?
Yes, of course.
Jack, I'm Joy.
Number 5.
I've had you up here on false pretenses. I want to speak on a much more serious matter than the house.
Howard's End is a period romantic drama film directed by James Ivory. This superb adaptation of the classic novel examines British class tension with powerhouse acting and ranks itself among the best of its director's work. Centering on Howard's End, a wealthy and desired mansion, the film demonstrates how class conflict and love troubles define life via the one thing that everybody desires and no one is able to get.
Miss Schlegel. Margaret. I don't think you quite understand.
Oh, yes. Indeed, yes.
I'm asking you to be my wife.
Number 4.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
Romeo and Juliet is a period romantic tragedy film directed by Franco Zeffirelli. As one of the first and best adaptations of the classic play, this incarnation offers a great understanding of its source as well as astonishing visual style. It is the classic tale of Romeo, who, despite the tension between his family and the Capulet family, attends their ball and falls for the young and beautiful Juliet.
Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Number 2.
I read these books, any books, to develop my command and knowledge of the English language.
The Remains of the Day is a 1993 drama film directed by James Ivory. Smart, elegant, and blessed with astonishing performances by its leading cast, The Remains of the Day follows the household of the 1930s and its prosperous butler, so devoted to serving his masters that he shuts down all emotions and family relations in order to be the perfect servant. When beautiful Miss Kenton tries to warm him up and revive his humanity, a challenge lies ahead.
Please leave me alone, Miss Kenton.
Why won't you show me your book?
This is my private time. You're invading it.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
I'm invading your private time, am I?
Yes.
Number 2.
Miss Dashwood, God knows what you must think of me.
Mr. Ferrers,
I have no right to speak, I know.
I have good news.
Sense and Sensibility is a 1995 period drama film directed by Ang Lee. Eleanor and Marianne are total opposites when it comes to romance and marriage. While Eleanor is practical and level-headed, Marianne is dreamy and emotional. When their father suddenly dies, leaving no inheritance behind, they are taken in by a kind cousin. However, both sisters must come to terms with their reality as their family tries to find their match for marriage.
Can the soul really be satisfied with such polite affections? To love is to burn, to be on fire. Like Juliet or Guinevere or Eloise.
They made rather pathetic ends, dear.
Pathetic? To die for love?
Before we unveil movie number 1, here are a few honorable mentions.
Well, I'm sorry, but I really do think it's intolerable that the gentleman of the house should be dictated to by a servant.
It's the Queen's decision.
Beg your pardon? Mamma?
I think you should go now. You've tired your mother enough.
Marriage and me were very clearly not meant for one another. Sorted out another big thing as well. There I was standing there in the church, and for the first time in my whole life I realized I totally and utterly loved one person.
Don't be so disgusting.
And the radio. Here, you got a bloke in there, ain't you?
It's none of your damn business.
You pick him up cheap, too?
There is no one in there.
Blimey, I never tumbled. I honestly thought you had a headache. What a mug I've grown into.
Alfie, get out of here. I have a splitting headache.
Number 1.
Miss Doolittle, you look beautiful.
Thank you, Colonel Pickering.
Don't you think so, Higgins?
My Fair Lady is a 1964 musical comedy drama film directed by George Cukor. Henry Higgins, a phonetics professor, meets his friend Colonel Hugh Pickering and brags that he can teach any girl how to speak properly. Eliza Doolittle is a poor but kind-hearted flower girl living in London. When Eliza comes to the professor to sell him flowers, the professor and his friend make a wager and Higgins takes on the challenge of improving her speech.
Do you agree with our list? Please let us know in the comments. If you want to know more about a particular movie in this list, you can check out our links in the video description. And for more top 10 movie videos, be sure to subscribe to communiTV.